If you've always had a dream of filling your garden with basil, well, first of all, that's a wonderful dream. You could start a whole tray of basil. No shame, I'm doing that. I've planted 12 types of basils in this tray. But that's not where we're going today. What if all you had was this one bag of basil and you wanted to multiply it? I've got you. This is the video for you. Welcome to Finding Joy in the Garden. Today we will be talking about how to propagate basil, and we'll be doing it two different ways. Now let's take a look at this basil. This was winter sown, so they grew in this bag. Let's take these supports out. I have the dwarf Greek basil on one side and upside down reading, the purple ball basil. Oh, it smells so delicious. Now, let's see, this is one plant here. This big thing here is one plant, but I would like to multiply it. So I'm going to be taking some cuttings off of this and attempting to propagate it. Let's see. Let's go. So let me show you what I'm doing. I'm looking for a sturdy enough stem. These are really small. I should have gotten a bigger type basil to show you, but this will do. So this stem I'm going to cut right here and take this bunch off. Like so. Now this has way too many leaves on it. The more leaves you have on it, the more it has to work trying to absorb water and keep it alive. So I will be stripping most of these leaves, especially these ones at the bottom. So I'll just take these off, and you can use these, so you can use this for your cooking. It's not a waste. I will leave these little stems attached, even the ones that are going to go inside the soil. So I'm going to propagate two ways. The first way will be to use some soil. So I'll leave this stem on. You can always pick these off all the way to the top, but I'm going to just take the leaves off. So let's see. I'll take this off here and I'll take the leaves off, but I'm going to leave this stem in hopes that it also will root and I will get a more robust plant. That's what we're doing. Now, is this the usual way to do it? No, but I like to experiment. So last year I did the same thing with this purple ball basil. I had a piece that broke off accidentally, and I took a piece just like this, actually bigger, and I planted it in the soil this way instead of this way. So like this, and then this part was coming off. This thing grew so big. It grew so big, much bigger than the regular plants I had rooted and planted in the soil. So let's try this again. So you can actually leave just like literally 4 leaves at the top, or these are small leaves, so that's why I said 4. You could leave like 2 leaves, especially if it's a bigger basil. And I am going to put this in soil now. So here's my soil. This is an old cup that I used to winter sow some dill, and now it's back in business. So I'm going to make a hole in the middle right here, and then I'm going to bury most of this in the ground, in the soil. So I'll put all of it all the way to the top and we'll see how that does. I'm just trying to give it more area to root. Now the soil is already moist, but the next step would be to water it in. I'm just using a spray bottle for now, but I will give it a good watering when I take it outside. I'm trying not to make too much of a mess. So water your plant in. And that, my dear, is the first way to get endless basil. We are back to the bag, and this time we will be going for the dwarf Greek basil. This one has more visible stems, so it'll be easier for you to see. And I will be taking this one here. Let's see. Snip. And just like with her sister, I'm going to do some stripping. So this one has less branching. You see how the other one was just all wiry and branched out? This one has less branches. I'm just going to pick off the leaves. Let's see. I'll take these ones out too, because this method, the second method, is going to be rooting it in water. And I've done them both ways. I think my favorite way to do it is with the soil, because I just feel it's easier, but I've actually rooted them in water and they do well that way as well. Now for the bigger basil varieties, I usually use a cup and just put some water in it and put the cutting in it. But with this one, it's really small, so I prefer to use a spice jar. This is a spice jar, and I like to use this to propagate my basil. I did widen the hole so that whenever it's time to take this out from the container with the new roots, it would be easier, because this is too small. There you go. Going to fill it with some water, like so. Put the top back on and simply drop the cutting in there, and now it can root. And a couple more for good measure. Here's my basil bouquet. You can place these on a sunny windowsill or outdoors, but in a more shaded area that doesn't get full sun, so that it can start to root. Alright, now it's been 15 days since we propagated the basil. Let's see how they're doing. Here is the dwarf Greek basil, and you can see the leaves are very vibrant. The plant is standing tall, and that tells you it's rooted. My next step here will be to prune these. Let me just do that now so you can see what I do. I'll just take off these top leaves here, and I usually just pinch it, and that will encourage these little leaves in the armpit, if you will, of the plant to start to grow, so it will have more branching. So I'll do that with all these plants, but you can see it did very well rooted in soil. And I left this here on my porch by the window, so just over there, and these are the results. Next up we have the purple ball basil. This one I put in a yogurt container, and there are multiple plants in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 plants, and these all came from one single plant in a bag. So now I can take these and spread them around in my garden. I'll have at least 8 purple ball basil plants, all from one plant. But wait, there's more. From that same plant, I have this one here, and I think I just put one bunch in here, so this is going to be one big plant, as well as this one. Now let me take this bag off. There. So this one I lay to the side. So the end of the stem is here, and I laid across the cup, and it's growing beautifully. So like I said, from that one purple ball basil, I have grown multiple plants. So if all you have is one basil plant, maybe you got it from the big box store, you can propagate it and grow basil all over your garden. Now, the method that fascinates me the most is this rooting in water, because that way you get to see the roots. So I know that these plants are doing well because, like I said, these ones look upright, the leaves are not wilty. It's been 2 weeks and a day, so let's see how this did. I'm going to pull this through. Let's take this plant, see if we can see what the roots look like. Oh, I can see it in the container. It does have roots. Ooh. There you go. So you see the tiny roots? Ooh. Look at that. Got baby roots. That is so beautiful. Alright, let's see. I think... Ooh, I see one with ginormous roots. I need to bring that one up so you can see it. Let's see. Oh, yes. Hello, baby. Look at these. That's impressive. And this is straight water from the top. Nothing added, no rooting hormone, none of that. Basil just wants to grow, so let it. A bouquet of basil. And it smells so good. Now, if talking about basil has got you all fired up about herbs and you would like to know other herbs you can grow in your garden, click on this video showing 50 types of herbs and other flavor enhancers you can grow in your garden. Or if you would like to know how the basil ended up growing in a bag in the first place, click on this video about winter sowing in freezer bags. Like the video if you liked the video, subscribe for more videos like this, and until next time, may you always find joy in your garden and your life. Bye, garden friend.